What if I told you Gen Z isn't broke because they're lazy, but because the entire world is secretly designed to keep them broke? Sounds dramatic, right? But look around. Rent is climbing faster than your career. Groceries cost more than your internet bill. Student loans feel like a bad ex who just won't leave, no matter how many times you try to cut them off. And then add in TikTok trends. The must-have Stanley Cup, the $7 iced latte on Instagram stories. And suddenly, your bank account looks less like a savings plan and more like a crime scene. Here's the thing. It's not that you don't want to save. It's that every single system around you makes saving harder than it's ever been for any generation. Gen Z and young adults are saving less than anyone before them, not because they don't care, but because the rules of the game have completely changed. Stick with me until the very end because I'm going to give you one saving hack that beats every other trick you've heard before. It's not another boring spreadsheet, it's not a lecture about coffee, it's something so simple you could actually do tonight. That's your reward. But first, let's break down why saving feels impossible in the first place. Our parents had a simple formula. Get a degree, land a job, save a little every month, buy a house, retire happy. That blueprint worked if you were alive in the 1980s. Fast forward to today, and it's a completely different battlefield. Wages are flat, housing prices, a literal joke. Stable jobs are being swapped for side hustles and gig apps. Healthcare alone can eat your paycheck before you even blink. So if you've ever felt guilty for not saving enough, here's the truth. You're not failing the system is failing you. But let's be real, the economy set the stage, but psychology is what keeps you stuck. Every major company you interact with, from Netflix to Amazon to Uber Eats, has one mission: to keep you spending. They don't just take your money, they study your brain. First, instant gratification. That one-click Amazon buy, that's not convenience, that's a dopamine button wired into your nervous system. You hit buy now, your brain lights up, and suddenly saving feels like torture. Why wait for a reward in the future when you can have a little burst of happiness right now? That's the trap. You plan to save $200 this month, but your brain whispers, hey, just get the sneakers now, you'll figure out saving later. And by the end of the month, your account looks like a desert. Second, social proof. This is the sneaky one. Everyone online is flexing. The sneakers, the upgraded iPhone, the weekend trip to Bali with aesthetic drone shots. You're not just buying things, you're buying belonging. And belonging is one of the deepest survival instincts we have. So when everyone's posting their highlight reel, your brain screams, buy it too or you'll be left out. And boom, another hit to your savings. You didn't buy that thing because you needed it, you bought it because you didn't want to feel alone. Third, subscriptions. The silent killer. Spotify, Netflix, Disney+, that random meditation app you downloaded once and forgot about. Each one is just $9.99. Feels harmless, right? Wrong. Stack 10 of those just $9.99s and suddenly hundreds are draining out of your account every month. It's death by 1,000 cuts, and your bank account is the victim. And here's the kicker. Saving doesn't just fail because of money. It fails because of psychology. You open a savings app, what do you see? Boring gray numbers. You open TikTok, what do you see? Explosions of color, laughter, sound, dopamine fireworks. Guess who wins every single time? That's why even with a decent income, saving feels like punishment, while spending feels like play. And your brain will always choose play. But here's the good news. Once you see the traps, you can flip them. Instead of relying on willpower, automate it. Set an auto transfer the second you get paid. If you don't see the money, you won't spend it. Suddenly, saving happens in the background while you're living your life. Then, make saving a game. Use apps that give you streaks, challenges, progress bars. Treat your bank account like it's a video game level you're trying to beat. Suddenly, saving isn't punishment, it's progress. And here's the most powerful one. Anchor your goals. Don't just save money. Save for something vivid, that trip, that apartment, that freedom to quit the toxic job. When the reward feels real, your brain saves better. Forget trying to track 20 habits. Here's the 80-20 of saving. First, sleep properly. Without clarity, there's no discipline. Second, track your leaks, usually subscriptions or food delivery. Plug those, and you've already won half the game. Third, pay yourself first, even 20 bucks. Do it every time you get paid. That consistency beats perfection. So no, you're not lazy. You're not bad with money. You're just playing the hardest version of the money game ever designed. But once you start using psychology for you instead of against you, saving finally feels possible. And remember that reward I promised? Here it is. It's called the reverse reward hack. Every time you don't buy something, like that coffee or that late-night Uber Eats, transfer the same amount instantly into savings. Skip a $7 latte? Save $7. Cancel a $20 subscription? Move $20. Why does this work? Because your brain still feels the reward. You didn't lose money, you redirected it. And over time, those little skips turn into real savings. So here's your challenge. Try the reverse reward hack for just 7 days. Comment below what you skipped and how much you saved. Let's see how much Gen Z and the rest of us can flip this broken system together. Because saving money isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. And if you can build momentum, that's the ultimate flex.